Whoa. I didn't know this was on the whole time. Whew. Just got back from a backpacking trip. Figured I'd be like, hey, you know what? Go over a little bit of the gear. It's already all in here anyways, so let's do it. I'm a big hiking pole fan. The reason why is because hiking poles supposedly take away about 10% of the weight on your back, saving your knees. So if you use them right as you're going, it's really helpful because now you just took away 10% of the weight and now putting it onto your arms, saving your knees in the long run. These ones are the MSR trails. I've used the Lecky ones, I've used the Black Diamond ones, I've used a ton of them, and I'd have to say these ones, the MSR trails, I'd say are above average, but my complaint with them is it only folds down once. So realistically, if you're gonna like put it on your pack or something, they end up still going out pretty big. Whereas I'm a fan of the triple breakdown. So, but I will say this locking mechanism that they have here is by far the most stable locking mechanism I've ever had. It's called the Dynalock. So best lock, but I wish it was a triple collapse. So let's just get rid of these. Next, the pack. For this one, gotta pick it back up. This one, we got the Deuter pack. This is the big boy. This one is the, I honestly don't know how to say it. Air Contact Core 50+10. To be honest, it was my first time with this pack out there, and I would say 2 thumbs up. This pack, well, it took me a little bit to get adjusted, but it was super easy to adjust. Literally just flick this thing up and move it up and down. Super helpful. And then it has all the other things that you would want. Hip pockets for some snackage. To the brain is really good. The underbrain I actually enjoyed the most. Some places have, like some packs have it, some don't. But the underzip for the brain, I really enjoyed. Outside that, pretty standard pack, I'd say. One difference though was the divider here is actually a zipper divider at the very bottom. Underneath here has a zipper, which I thought was pretty cool because I'm used to the ones that are just like a cinch or like you extend it and smush it down if you want the room to not be divided. So having it be a zipper was like a little mental shift of like, oh, cool. But also kind of adds a little bit of weight. So it could be good, could be a downside. But honestly, if you're gonna be packing a 60-liter pack, you're not that worried about weight because you have a heavy backpack to start. You know, it's not like you're like using an ultralight pack and you're like, I'm going fast. You're like, I have a backpacking pack. It's heavier than most packs. So that's what you got. Now, let's see what's inside of here. Oh, well, I packed it kind of strange because honestly I packed up in a hurry and I was like, peace out. It was super windy. So, but first things first, puffy jacket. This is the puffy jacket I brought. It is by Big Agnes. I believe this is their ultralight jacket. I really enjoyed this jacket. It served me well so far. Used it a few different times. Makes a great pillow. Ooh, left a little snackage in here. It makes a great pillow because as you're using this jacket, it easily rolls up into the hood. So you just grab it from the bottom, roll, and straight into the hood. And now it makes for a great pillow. So slept really well on this trip, and yeah. So I think this Big Agnes jacket worked out really well. Zipper pockets on the side, nice little inside pockets as well, and yeah, jacket. Let's see, next up in the pack, the mystery pack. I did bring a pair of camp shoes. These are the Nike Dishoot Air, kind of like a Teva, but not a Teva, and it's part of the ACG line. I liked them a lot, to be honest. I was kind of very, I was very skeptical. I was like, are these going to be terrible? But they weren't. And the reason they weren't terrible is because they're super easy to get put on, take off, but also they, like, so a lot of it's like a really hard industrial kind of plastic, but on the inside they made everything soft and squishy. So yeah, they're heavy, but they're actually lighter than like a Teva. And so for me, it was like, it's lighter than Teva. It has this inside pocket, like inside padding, and yeah, that's what I went for. They served me well in the lakes. Jumping in the lakes in Desolation Wilderness, just outside of Lake Tahoe. Chef's kiss. So nice. Next up, got some clothing. Thermal base layer. I mean, it's summertime. So base layer, it was great. I put it on at the very end of the day, just walking around camp. Don't have much to say about that. They work great. Sun hoodie. Sun hoodie here by Black Diamond. It's stinky, that is for sure. It's very stinky right now. This one I like. It's literally just your most basic sun hoodie that you could ever imagine. There's no pockets, there's no nothing. It's a sun hoodie. It functions, it works well. Black Diamond, y'all did a great job. It's not too long in the waist, not too short, and it works. Oh, this one's hard. All right. Rain jacket. I didn't use it. It never rained. It was really windy the final night, but I'd already crawled in the tent, so really wasn't that big of a deal. But if I had to have gone outside the tent when it was super windy, I would have tossed this on. So it's one of those ones, you go into the mountains, there's potential of rain. It's nice to have. No rain, so I didn't use it. Socks. I've been on this grind I've gone through the Darn Tough socks, the Swiftwick socks, the Smart Wool socks. I've done a lot of socks. These socks, 0.6 socks, I like them. They're good. They function really well. They keep your feet warm, but not too warm. And that's about it. They seem durable. Darn Tough might be a little bit better, but I would honestly have to do a side by side. And so far, they seem about the same. Wool undies. If you feel like wearing Ibex wool undies, wool undies. They say they cut the stank down. What else is in here? Oh, sleeping pad. This one, Big Agnes sleeping pad. It's the Zoom Ultralight. It's crinkly, but not too crinkly. It's not like those, spacing on the brand, Thermarest. So like the OG Thermarest ones, it was like all that. Quieter, but still noisy. But it's nice. I enjoyed this. I think it actually has a pretty high R value, and I slept very warm. And I only brought a quilt, so I slept super warm, easy to fill up. And the reason it's easy to fill up is it's hard to get out. It's easy to fill up because they give you like an air bladder to be like squeeze into it, and it fills up super fast. So I liked it. I enjoyed it. I would say 8 out of 10 on this product. Next up, food. Well, let's see here. I got some scraps, but yeah. So bear canister, Desolation Wilderness, where we went backpacking. It's in just outside Lake Tahoe. Have to have a bear canister. There are black bears. We didn't see any black bears. Nobody around us saw black bears. You have to have it though. This is a bear vault. I think it's like the most normal, simple one you got. But yeah. Big fuel can. We'll talk about that here. Oh, whoa, oh my. Yeah, that stank. Well, food-wise, what did we have? We had the blueberry peach crisp. That was good. We actually had it for breakfast and added in more oatmeal. It's kind of a good move. Ranchero Scramble by Good to Go. We used this for the last meal, last breakfast. Highly recommend. Very tasty. Oh yeah, this was my favorite. I don't know how to say this, but it tells you right here. So this is the Good to Go Bibimbap. Bibimbap. This was by far the best meal we had on the trail the whole time. Absolutely amazing. Definitely suggest that. A bag of trash. Always nice to pack out your trash. Another bag of trash. This is the Blueberry Cinnamon Buckwheat Breakfast by Heather's Choice. It was cereal. Or it was oatmeal. We could have just brought oatmeal. We didn't need to buy this. We should have just brought oatmeal. Cuban rice bowl, Good to Go. It was average. Average. I had like 6 of these. Pro Bar, Meal Bar. This one's the chocolate peanut butter. They're all pretty good. I think they're on the sugary side, but they're pretty good. Kristen packed this. She was like, if we need it, we have a tuna packet. So we had an emergency tuna packet. We didn't need it. Lara bar and a Tahoe trail bar. I mean, if you're backpacking through Tahoe, you gotta have a Tahoe trail bar. That only seems fair. Support the locals. And that's it. Just trash. Lighter though. Lighter. I always bring 2 lighters. I know that my Jetboil, I know that it has the little hole, the little thing that sparks. It's like, pew, pew. I know it works. But you know what's even better? Is when I just go like this, and then now it's going, and I don't have to sit there waiting, hoping that maybe it will work, that most likely it won't. Oh, there it goes. No, I really dislike that. Granted, this Jetboil is over 10 years old. It just could be that problem. I've replaced, I think it's a battery. It might not be a battery. I don't think it's a battery. But I just bring a lighter. Literally, bring 2 lighters, and then you never worry about it. We brought this 1 can, and this thing's still full. It was only 2 nights long, so it's 2 nights long. And then let's see. Actually, there's a bottom zipper right here. You don't have to crawl in your pack. You can just bottom zipper it open. We went with the quilts. Featherstone makes great quilts. I was actually too warm. So we had this Featherstone quilt, and all honestly, it worked out great. I was skeptical. This is only my second time with a quilt, and I was like, I'm gonna chance it on this backpacking trip. I brought a couple extra puffy layers just in case, but this one crushed it. I liked it. I recommend it. It's also super cheap. One thing about Featherstone I like, they've nailed the market of like, we'll create a product that's good and it's cheap. Which brings us to the next one. Next one, water bladder. I always bring a water bladder. Makes life walking on the trail so much better. Good. Tasty. I don't know where it's at. Did have a bee-free water filter. I don't know where it's at right now. Those things are the best water filters. They just literally go on top of a squeezy flask and you just squeeze right there. It's the best one. They do pop. Like the Hydro Pack squeezy, they pop. But I think it's better than the platypus. I should do a side by side, but they're just easier to squeeze, which makes me happy. I don't really enjoy the Sawyer, like, maybe I'm just lazy. Probably just lazy. Now, tent. Oh. I didn't have to carry most of the tent. I carried the food, and I also carried the jet oil. Kristen carried the tent. We brought the rainfly, which we were happy to have on the last night because it was really like, the tent was like not that enjoyable, but, well, not but. So we brought the rainfly, worth it. The rest of the tent, super easy to set up, easy to use, quick, fast, enjoyable. This tent is the Featherstone tent. I think it's called the Granite 2P, like 2-person granite. It worked great. I was stoked on it. I loved it. It worked out. And I mean, once again, it's a tent. Like, I had the opportunity to talk to the owner of Featherstone, and he was kind of like, hey, like, I want to reduce the barrier to entry, and this tent's like $100. All the other tents that are the same quality start at $300. I don't know how he's doing it, but he's doing it well. It's sick. Maybe think about it. Now these items you totally don't need, but I bring them anyways because I kind of like it. Trash? Yeah, you don't need trash. Okay. Snacks? I'm a fan of snacks. Oh, sunglasses. I've been looking for this case. I haven't been able to find the case. Sunglasses are somewhere else. But I brought the Revo Sunnies. I know they are. See? Told you I knew where they were. Different bag. These are the Revo Sunnies. I like them. You know why I like them? I feel like I'm a sick crusher on a glacier the way it has these little side panels here. Literally, I can be roasting in the sun and not even worry about it because it's like, hey, don't worry about me. I can be on a glacier because, like, I'm sick. At least that's how I feel. Revo Sunnies. I have no idea the name. All right. We are moving along. A few luxury few luxury items. I bring a Kindle. I like to read. I bring a journal. I like to write. Oh, found it. This is the Be Free, and we did get a little hole in it, but this is the filter right here. It works great. This filter, this bag, you can use any of these bags. I have a whole bunch of them. This is the 1 liter one. They have like a half a liter. I think they have a 0.7 of a liter, and then I think they have like a 3 liter or something. The 3 liter seems overkill. 1 liter is perfect, and it literally you just screw it in like this, and then you just squeeze it, or you just carry it around like a water bottle and just sip out of it. I think it's great. I think it's the most user-friendly of all water filters. And then last simple things, spoon. Gotta have a spoon. Plan on eating, otherwise you eat with your hands. And then lastly, I brought camera gear. So the camera gear I brought was this setup right here, which was the 17-28 on the Sony A7R4, and just use that to snap photos. And then I brought a tripod, which is in use right now. That is the Peak Design tripod. They only have like 2 tripods. But I also always bring this small little toolkit. So it's really a camera toolkit, but it has a whole bunch of little ones. So everything you kind of need for any photo things. And then I did bring one Tamron lens, but I can't share it yet. Legally, I signed a piece of paper that said, I will not talk about this. So hopefully soon enough, I'll be able to talk about it and I'll share. But I got some sweet photos with that lens that I'm really excited to share with you. So I know I'll share about it. Last but not least, boots. I wore these Nike ACGs. I tested them out. A dude on the trail made fun of me. He's like, yeah, you're definitely gonna need new boots, but into this. They worked out well. I wouldn't through hike in these. I think they're more like around town, look kind of cool, but you can bring them on a backpacking trip. I brought them on a backpacking trip. They worked out. My feet didn't hurt, and they worked. I'm excited about it. What can I say? I didn't think they would work. I was skeptical. When I bought them, I was very skeptical, and I liked them. Well, thanks so much for joining another episode of the Gear Room. If you have any questions, any products you want me to think about reviewing, anything like that, go ahead and hit me up. Once again, look at the Gear Room. Gear Room's got so much stuff in it. So more videos coming your way. If you like, subscribe, do all those things. Do it, it helps. If not, oh well. Thanks so much. Links are in the bio. Peace.